Yeah, I mean, it's not an unreasonable amount of snow, realistically, but apparently the system for emergency services believes it is.
Hmm.
Uh, so I've got some snow beasts.
Snow
Ooh,
These
beasts.
love
are
a
these are
snow
all
beast.
all Inuit snow monsters.
Oh, love it. They got some scary
What?
ones too.
So I guess we'll call this segment um, "Getting Inuit."
Damn it, you're so good at this.
First up, this is a list from somebody's DeviantArt of 10 winter monsters.
You know
Maybe
what?
you've
They
never
do
heard of.
great.
So there's also drawings that are kind of fun. The first up is Mahaha.
Mahaha.
Yeah, or perhaps Mahaha.
Ah, okay.
Our monster is another demon, though the death this one brings about is silly. Meet Mahaha. If you think that sounds like evil laughter, well, perhaps it is.
Huh.
The Mahaha is an Inuit myth, a thin but strong humanoid creature. It is ice blue in color, cold to the touch, with hair that's long and frozen stiff.
Whoa. Crazy.
It
Scary.
is, yeah, it's shirtless and barefoot, being unbothered by the cold.
Ooh.
Unbothered by the cold is so
Unbothered
disturbing.
by the cold.
Pretty upsetting.
It does feel like if you said that about somebody, that'd be like a big red flag for like they are a murderer.
They're a mad
Finish the
person.
states. Yeah.
You know how
You
you're
seem
wearing
so
two
quiet.
coats right now? They're
Kept-
unbothered by the fucking cold.
Kept to himself mostly. Unbothered by the cold, that's for sure. Yep, there it is.
Yep. Here's the fun part. An unnerving smile is plastered on its face.
Ooh.
Like a laughing man or a smiling man.
Yes.
Mahaha.
Mahaha. But the dangerous part of this monster is its long, bony fingers with long, sharp fingernails.
Yikes.
Here's how it gets you. The ice-cold Mahaha will tickle you to death.
No, with its claws? That's scary. Oh, that's the worst. Guys, that's very cruel, and it seems specifically directed at children.
Seems like directed at anyone who fears the Tickle Monster.
Yeah, well,
Present.
the Tickle Monster's real, and it's an Inuit myth.
It is the Tickle Monster. That's
It is
terrifying.
the Tickle Monster.
Enter the Tickle Monster. Wow, scary.
And as we all know, people who do the Tickle Monster thing are they're unburdened by cold.
True.
Unbothered, rather. No, really. Its ice-cold victims are said to have died with their faces twisted in a frozen smile.
Ooh.
So not only does it tickle you, but as you laugh, it's slowly freezing you into that
Oh,
rictus.
jeez, come on.
That's
luckily for
so bad. Go on.
Oh, God.
luckily for its victims, Mahaha is quite foolish and easily tricked, which is always a good quality
Love
in a
it.
monster.
The stupid devil.
Yep. If you
Every
encounter
culture's
one,
got it.
Yep. This is the Inuit stupid devil. If you encounter one, just ask it to have a drink with you at the water hole. When the Mahaha leans down to drink, push it into the water and watch it be swept away.
Well, okay.
You're not going to trick me into falling down a water hole again, are you? No,
No.
not this time. No.
But I am thirsty.
It's hard to say for sure, but based on the description of its victims, this person believes that the myth emerged as an explanation for the contented-looking expressions seen on some victims who've frozen to death.
Interesting. Scary.
So yeah, the Tickle Monster might just be the falling snow.
Oh, yikes. That's scary too, though.
This one is fun, and I'm fairly positive that I'm butchering this name. But Ikuataic.
Ooh, that's pretty, honestly. Sounded
which I'm
pretty
sure
good.
There's There's a W and a Q in there.
Okay,
So I'm
well, what do
probably
I know?
fucking it up, you know. Now we move on to torture.
Ooh, my fave.
Yeah, this is an Inuit monster that plays with its victims until they die, similar to the Maha.
Yowzas.
I love these monsters.
Sinister.
But its form of torture is so much more sinister and nightmare-inducing than
Yikes.
tickling its victims to death.
Pulling its toes.
Yeah, it's a lot of foot grabbing.
Toe stuff. Stop trying to crowbar foot stuff into these monsters, Roger.
Well,
Sorry.
Somebody's. we're trying to sell Tarantino on it.
Fair.
We want the Foot Monster movie. Its name gives you a clue as to what it does. Ikuatak means the one who drills.
Oh no.
Yes, Ikuatak and her unnamed brother. There's apparently a whole thing where they're twins, brother and sister.
Oh, weird.
They don't say anything about the brother, but they're both pretty weird. Ikuatak and her unnamed brother capture victims and then take them to a ritual circle of pillars of ice, where the brother holds the victim down while Ikuatak drills holes into the victim's body until they die.
Whoa!
But why?
Well, for the circle. A
For
ritual?
the ritual, I know.
Guess.
Well, let's say you're walking around and you find an icicle that's perfectly shaped like a drill bit.
Okay.
Okay.
What
well,
else are you going to do besides murder a bunch of people with an icicle drill?
Guess so.
I mean, that's 100% correct.
Not super wrong. Anyway, go on.
Then the bodies are buried under pillars of ice.
Sure. I mean, why not? You got all this
Yeah,
ice
why
here.
not? So yeah, if you find a bunch of ice pillars, they're probably the burial points of
Crazy.
drilled out Inuit people,
I wonder if
or
that's
just
like
anybody, I guess, trapped out in the snow in Alaska.
Sure. I wonder if that's like based on some kind of natural formation. Or if
Yeah,
I
that's-
would
could be.
imagine probably, yeah. Or just like any sort of mound situation where it's all, you know that it's all ice.
Mhm.
There's
But
no
the
actual land
extremeness of that is to where like here's a mushroom circle and this is a table for the Council of Fairies, versus this is what you just described and this is where that witch drills the people. Be
Yeah.
careful when you go outside.
And this is the drilling fields of the horror witch. Yeah.
I gotta hate the drilling fields.
Yeah. Just don't go there. Just stop going there. You won't get drilled.
However, okay, this is your paranormal preparedness for this character, because you actually don't have to prepare, although I think you should. This creature, despite being something out of a horror movie, is no threat now.
Oh.
Yeah, in one of the Inuit legends, a hero managed to kill Ikuateak, and her brother fled in terror.
Whoa.
No such creature haunts the Arctic Circle anymore.
Whoa, that rules. That's crazy. You never hear that.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a
you
rare
don't hear of
one.
the hero actually winning against a demigod or something.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry about it. A guy got it.
I mean, it doesn't mean the brother is still out there, and although we didn't hear
Oh,
about
shit.
his proclivities,
Fled.
like, you know,
Right. You're right.
something
You didn't
weird
see
was
the-
going on.
He
didn't
just
see
likes
the
to
body.
hold. I fear the one. I don't mind being held, even though I don't like it. It's the person who's then gonna drill me to death that I really fear.
I wish somebody would hold me down. It's long, cold, lonely nights.
The ice cold holding. Although I've seen no speculation on it, I think the Ikuateak may have been a way to explain frozen human corpses. Once again, they're just going with this frozen human corpse thing.
Sure.
Found on the ice of the Arctic. Perhaps corpses that were thousands of years old, much like the many woolly mammoth carcasses that are found in the ice. So if that theory holds true, then that means the Ikuateak has been drilling mammoths. So this thing has been drilling things since, I guess, the beginning of.
Boy, that would
Man,
be
it's a humanoid creature.
fucking crazy. If you were used to if you were living all those years ago and like used to the hardships of life up there, and you find dead bodies and like, oh, found another one, but you don't really know what a mummy means or what like the Ice Age was. To find an Ice Age mummy, your reaction would just be like, what the fuck happened to
for
him?
sure.
Oh my god!
Let alone coming across a woolly mammoth.
Right, yeah.
That's been like cored out with ice drills.
Yeah, cored out mammoth. Something's
might
out
just be
there.
like,
Something's out there.
Yeah, get in.
If it was,
Get in the sled. Get in the sled.
Yeah.
Lock the doors.
if it was all speared up, maybe it would have, crazy ice-filled holes.
Yeah, totally. Or honestly,
where-
I mean, like something like that has been decaying for long enough, you just get gaps in the corpse.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is just corpse gap.
Or-
Corpse.
Gapping corpse.
It's this fucking monster.
Then it does go on to say sometimes the ice freezing and expanding, and then melting again creates holes in the body.
Ah, interesting.
So
Interesting.
there we go. The next one, again possibly mispronounced, Idirac.
Idirac.
Last Inuit myth on this list. This one is actually the least deadly of all the Inuit monsters so far. However, for the person who wrote this list, it's the one that frightens me the most.
Okay.
Good.
And here's a little aside. I don't do dark, shadowy humanoid figures with glowing eyes, and I don't do restless souls that never get rest. A little
Sure.
redundant, but fine.
Yeah.
And I don't do things that trip your own senses, and this creature is all of those things. It goes on to say, I'm sharing my kryptonite with the internet. You're welcome. So if you want to scare this DeviantArt person,
Yeah. Fucking
that's
get
how you
him.
do it. Get out there, frighten this person.
Go get him.
Then drill them and then put a smile on their face.
No, don't do that.
Right, that sounds inadvertently sexual.
You can do that.
Yeah, go ahead. Drill a smile onto their face,
All right.
however you do it. You may have heard of the Idirac before if you've ever Googled Inuit mythology. And if you have, you may have heard it as a half-man, half-caribou child snatcher.
Whoa, fuck. Whoa.
Wait, say that
Don't
again. A
forget-
half man, half caribou child snatcher?
Child snatcher.
Dang.
This apparently, however, is false. It's false news.
Oh.
False
about
news.
The Idirac. That creature is actually the Teriaksuk,
Oh.
which has similar abilities as the Idirac, but it's not the same creature.
Not quite.
Because the Idirac is said to be the spirit of someone who wandered too far into the cold north and frozen wastes and got caught between life and death.
Whoa. Crazy.
So like a
some-
purgatory monster then?
Yeah, it's trapped in snow limbo.
Crazy. Got frozen to life.
Some say it's a shapeshifter that can take any form, though it can never disguise its blood red eyes. In its
Crazy.
true form, it has the appearance of a person, perhaps with a normal appearance, or perhaps as a dark shadow with sideways eyes and a sideways mouth.
Ooh. What?
So one of those two.
So wait, sideways how?
I think it would be vertical instead of
Oh.
horizontal.
Oh, that's
Ew.
disturbing.
Spooky. I was imagining somebody who you just like take their face and like rotate it 90 degrees. To the
Uh-huh.
left.
Or maybe that, yeah, like the mouth is on the left or right side and the eyes.
Yeah.
are-
Or like kind of lined up on the left side there. That'd be weird, huh?
Yeah.
Maybe that can be our monster. Let's get a copyright on that. Let's try to make some
Yeah.
money off of this thing.
This thing you had, this cultural thing you had, it's ours now.
Yeah.
You've just been colonized by Werewolf Radar.
We had an idea.
Colonized by Werewolf Radar seems like a shirt that we should never do. Unless we really start doing it.
It's a really bad idea.
It's said that you can only see them in their true form out of the corner of your eye,
Hmm.
and if you look at them full on, they disappear.
Ugh.
They're said that the target travelers will bring a disorienting effect on them that could lead them far astray, even when their destination was in sight, trying to keep the living from entering their territory.
Weird.
So it's got kind of fey creature powers there.
It's trying to lead you astray.
Very much so.
Sometimes, however, they might try to drag the living into their realm of undead.
Okay.
Many experience memory loss after meeting one and only know of the encounter because they find themselves wandering where they weren't supposed to be.
Crazy.
So
kind of like you just were wandering and then all of a sudden you're like, wait, how did I get here?
I was trying to wander.
You must have been tripped by an Idirac.
Crazy.
It happens.
Close one, barely made it out.
One explanation for this myth is the hydrogen sulfide that's something expelled in the Arctic from melting ice. The toxic gas can produce heavy disorientation, even when a person would normally navigate easily.
Crazy.
The gas and sulfur smoke may also cause a person to see mirages, most often dark images out of the corner of your eye.
Okay, so the answer, their answer is swamp gas. Come on.
Their answer is swamp gas.
Ice gas.
Ice gas, technically. Yeah, so that's those are 3 of your Inuit monsters.
Pretty good.
I assume there are as many snow monsters as the Inuit have words for snow.
Sure.
I bet.
And apparently all of them can be explained by the Arctic is a horrible place to live.
You shouldn't be up there.
I do want to throw...
have over 100 words for you know, because of the monster.
I do want to say that this is not an Inuit creature, but it's very funny to me. There's another guy on this list, the Barbagazzi, which is a French Alps fairy creature who has he's like a David the Gnome type, except he has giant feet that he uses for skis.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. He shreds all day. I love it.
There's a funny little helpful gnome in the Swiss Alps that's another winter monster.
I like it. He's a little powder monster. He's got to get
out
there. Got to get those fresh tracks.
Yep. Tearing up that fresh pow. Anyway, that was Get Inuit.
How you must be careful if you go into the woods. There is a little gremlin in there who will just bust the nar all over your shit. He'll do McTwists and fucking donkey flips, and you'll never come down, bro.
Be careful in that sweet night.
Be careful out there.
Awesome. Well, let's wrap up with a segment I'll call Roger's Cryptid Corner.
Oh, it's so... I was right there.
That's a good one.
Oh, so obvious now.
It's an ongoing segment.
It's just ongoing. It's a little short segment I was figuring to wrap up. And today's monster or cryptid will be Tahoe Tessie.
Oh, yikes already.
This is from treehugger.com.
Yeah,
Sustainability for all.
Ran into her at a truck stop.
Yep.
And this is, of course, by Lake Tahoe. And let's just read on. Stories of this aquatic creature in Lake Tahoe can be traced back to members of the Washoe and Paiute tribes in the mid-19th century, who said the cryptid lived in an underwater tunnel beneath cave rock.
Water stuff freaks me out. Did you guys know that?
Oh, yeah, that's why I bring it up, to freak you out, baby.
It's a big fright for me.
Sightings of Tessie, who got her nickname from the famous Nessie of Loch Ness fame. Can you imagine how these monsters feel? Champy, Chessie, Tessie.
Yeah.
Just living in the shadow all the time of this Scottish ball of eels.
Look, nobody did it better.
Than this ball of eels we have.
Oh, it's the best ball of eels I've ever seen.
I mean, that song "Nobody Does It Better" was technically written about a Scotsman.
It was written. That's true, actually.
Sightings of Tessie continue to the day, with witnesses describing the creature as being between 10 and 80 feet long.
Okay, well,
having a serpentine.
gonna need you to if we're gonna get the Coast Guard out here, we're gonna need you to just dial it in a little bit.
Fuck the Coast Guard. The Navy has a base there.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. We need more stats here if we're gonna decide who to call.
Having a serpentine body and coloration ranging from black to turquoise. There are several theories surrounding Tessie. The most popular being that the animal is a plesiosaur.
First up, it's a monster.
Ichthyosaur or mosasaur.
Sure.
Because
mosasaur.
Fossils of these creatures, have been found in the surrounding Sahara Nevada mountains. So a living fossil. However, scientists say this is unlikely because they're buzzkills.
Because they hate fun.
However, scientists say this is unlikely because the lake formed in the last ice age long after those animals went extinct. After Tessie,
Ice age. That's their answer for everything. There can't be so many ice ages, scientists.
You can't blame everything on the last ice age. Got to think of the future.
Other know about the next ice age.
Other Tessie theories say she could simply be a large sturgeon or an unidentified species of freshwater eel. We're back to eel. There is an unidentified species of eel in our lakes that no one has the balls to, I don't know, slither with.
Confront. Just go talk to the eels, Franklin.
Where do we go from here? Okay, there's the sentence, unidentified species of freshwater eel, but believers point to a quotation from undersea explorer Jacques Cousteau, who's alleged to have emerged from a submarine expedition in Lake Tahoe and said, "The world isn't ready for what's down here."
Whoa!
Yeah, that's because Jacques Cousteau in Lake Tahoe was doing some mad chilling at the height of his powers. And he found an underwater orgy pit.
Do you think
the
there's
world
a
was
chance?
Not ready for it.
Do you think there's a chance that was him just saying a hilarious thing after he had farted in the water?
He was doing a Carl Sagan. He produced a gas cloud and went, "The cosmos is a wonderful place."
The world is not ready. Quick, speed away, run from it. It's coming.
Oh my, but that is, I guess, to wrap up this episode, a short segment of Roger's Cryptid Corner, the Tahoe Tessie.
Rocripco.
Ball of eel or sturgeon? Science will find the body.
Science will kill it and bring you the corpse.
Or at least try, you know?
Absolutely. I like it. I'm a fan. You know.
You're a
Nessie's
Tessie
number
fan now?
1. Tessie number 2.
You're a Tessie tag. That's what our fans are called.
Is that what we call ourselves?
Yeah.
Tessie tags.
We tagged ourselves to Tessie.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm back in. I get it now. Everybody, thank you so much for listening. Thank you for your continued support of the show. Thank you for telling your friends about it. Thank you for rating us on iTunes. Thank you for
Apple Podcast now.
Apple Podcast, whatever. Thank you for rating us on the thing. We're also on, what else are we on? We're on Stitcher. We're on Spotify.
We're on Stitcher, Spotify,
Yeah,
I mean, Twitch.
Anywhere you can find Twitch, especially.
YouTube.
We're on Twitch
we'll
on Mondays, usually around 2. Usually,
today, if you're listening to us when it comes out.
Yeah. Usually in Valheim, getting kicked
now.
around by trolls.
Oh boy, we are going to take down a Tahoe Tessie in Valheim.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
I have the ability to make multiple harpoons. We could go sea serpent hunting.
Feast on the flesh. They're in. So come and join us 2 p.m. Mountain Time, the most fantasy of all times.
Yes.
And we'll hang out at twitch.tv/werewolf_radar.
Join our Discord. That's another place we're always at, you know? Links everywhere.
We got Patreon. Shout out to Chuck from Snappy Little Numbers for our sweet intro and outro song.
Shout out to our Dark Council members. Love you all.
Dark Council members. Shout out to Idirac. Last one remaining.
Hanging out in the Zoom room.
And shout out to you at home. there under the covers with a flashlight and a kitchen knife because you are ready.
You are prepared. We prepared you. It's time to
for whatever is
strike.
coming.
We'll take Universe A.
We will take Universe A any day now. Until then, as always,
Punch the sky, Spaceman Joe!